Hello beauties. Today we're doing this beautiful cut crease bronzy look, perfect for prom. If you're interested in seeing how this look was created, please keep on watching. Right now I'm just filling in her brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the color Ebony. She already has pretty full brows, so I'm just following the natural shape of them and just filling in any spots where the hair isn't as thick. Alright, so to carve out her brows, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer in the color Golden Caramel. I'm going to use that underneath her brows and to carve out the top of her brows. I'll be using that same concealer in the color Cappuccino. I'm just using a Morphe blending brush just to blend out that concealer. This concealer is pretty tacky, so it was a little harder to move the concealer on the bottom. This is just the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 2, and I'm just using that as a base for her eyeshadow. Okay, this eyeshadow palette is from Iconic London, and this is the Day to Slay eyeshadow palette. I'm using the Deep Soul color. It's a deep brown just to deepen out her outer corners and all over her lid. And then I am using the color Merlot Mondays to just diffuse any dark lines. So those are the only two colors that I'm using in this palette. To cut her crease, I'm just using the P. Louise base in Rumor 2 again, and this is the Morphe 242 brush. I'm really just depending on the brush to make the shape for me, and I'm just patting the base into her eyelid to give me that nice round shape that I'm looking for. Right here, I decided to go a little bit higher with her cut crease, just because her eyes are so small. When I saw it from the front, I decided I needed to go a little bit higher with her cut crease to give us a little bit more room to work with. Now I'm just going back in with a little bit more of that brown to get rid of any harsh edges. And then I'm going to just get rid of any extra P. Louise base that's on the lids. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is I'm using the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in the color Midnight Cowboy. I'm actually using that as a base for my glitter to go on top of. The glitter I'm using is from the Magic Collection. It's a pressed glitter eyeshadow palette. I'm using that light gold color, and then I'm also going to use that bronzy gold color that's in the palette. Okay, so this white liner is from Ruby Kisses. Honestly, I would not recommend this white liner. The tip of it is very, very hard to work with. As you're gonna see, I had to go over it so many times just to get it to be an opaque white, but yeah, I made it through. Then I'm gonna use the J. LaRue Cosmetics white gold in her inner corner. Now I'm just using the Sephora Precision Liner in the color black just to give her a nice medium-sized wing. Okay, so to prime her, I'm mixing the First Aid Beauty moisturizer with the No Problem Primer Essence. And then I'm just putting a little white liner under her to make her eyes pop. For foundation, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Tiramisu. I'm just blending that out with a foundation brush. Here I'm just doing a little bit of color correcting just because she does have a few dark marks from acne scarring. So I'm just doing a little color correcting with some orange and then hitting it with the foundation brush again. Alright, so for concealer, I'm using the Beauty Blender Bounce Concealer in the shade Tan Sienna. This concealer is so full coverage, so beautiful, and then I'm just layering on top that golden caramel color from CoverGirl. For contour, I'm just blending out her contour. This is the from the Ruby Kisses Face Creator palette, the cream one. And I'm just using the darkest shade in that palette to contour her. And then I'm just blending this out with just a beauty sponge. Alright, so I didn't add any product to this brush to contour her nose. That's just her foundation shade. I'm just going in with the brush and the sponge to make sure there are no harsh lines before I go ahead and go in and powder her. And I'll be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder to set her concealed areas. Okay, so I'm using the Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Cocoa Naughty to set her contoured areas, and then for the rest of her face, I'm using this BH Cosmetics Finish Pressed Powder in the shade 255. I'm also hitting her under eyes just with a little bit of the Ink Blot Gel Liner in the number 77. I'm just using a small brush for that. For blush and highlight, I'm using the Morphe Blush Trio in the color Pop of Fuchsia. I'm using the two darker shades in that palette. And then I'm also using the Milk Makeup highlighter. It's the Flex highlighter in Blitzed for her highlight. And I'm going to layer that with the Morphe High Impact highlighter in the color Mirage. Okay, lastly for her lips, I'm using the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in the color Deep Rooted, the crayon case, lipstick in Private Party, and then just a brown gloss on top. Is from CoverGirl. The color is Glow For It. Alright, so this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I will see you in the next one.